Live from King Arena here in this CCIW crucial matchup between the Carroll Pioneers and the Wheaton Thunder. Alongside my partner Rebecca Max, I'm Aiden Khan. We'll take it down to the court for the singing of the national anthem.
Here are the starting lineups for this evening's game. First for the visiting Pioneers of Carroll University. Number 5, a 5'8" grad transfer from Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, Katie Evans. A 5'8" senior from New London, Wisconsin, number 10, Kate Christian. A 5'8" senior from Racine, Wisconsin, number 11, Brooke Foster. Number 12, a 6'4" junior from Darlington, Wisconsin, Allison Thompson. And number 23, a 5'9" sophomore from Franklin, Wisconsin, Olivia Rangel. Carroll is coached by Lindsay Schultz. Here are the starters for your Wheaton College Thunder. Number 4, a 5'8" junior from Victoria, Minnesota, Lily Schwen. A 5'7" freshman from Canton, Michigan, number 11, Anna Fernandez. Number 23, a 5'9" sophomore from Schenectady, New York, Alexis Martin. Number 32, a 5'10" senior from Tustin, California, Kaylee Hermanson. And number 34, a 5'10" junior from Asheville, North Carolina, Caroline Sicking. Wheaton is coached by Kent Madsen. The officials for tonight's game, Chris Harrow, Grant Bowen, and Doran Stewart.
And partner, how fitting is it that both of these teams, having won their last 2 games, are 10-6 overall, 5-2 in league play, tied for second place in the CCIW.
Yeah, as you said, this is a very important game. Both these teams are tied for second in the CCIW, so we're in for a good game tonight. I'm very excited about this. Carroll is a very strong team. In particular, defensively, in their last game, they scored 30 of their points off of turnovers, so we're going to see a very intense defensive game here, and I'm excited to see how Wheaton handles this.
Carroll with the number 1 scoring defense, and the tip is controlled and won by Carroll, and we are off and underway here on a Wednesday night of basketball.
Yeah, the players of note on Carroll's team are number 10, Kate Christian. She's a senior out of New London, Wisconsin. And she was the CCIW Player of the Week in the beginning of January.
She also leads the team in assists per game. That 3-pointer is no good for the Pioneers, and here comes Wheaton on their first offensive possession. Hermanson back outside. They try to pass it inside. It's tipped, but Wheaton will retain possession.
Another player of note is Olivia Rangel, number 23 on Carroll. She's their highest point scorer with averaging 12.9 points per game. So that's another player that Wheaton's going to have to look out for here.
Sickett with 4 to shoot, puts up the shot, and buries the mid-range jumper to get the game going.
Sickett, she's our highest scorer on the Wheaton Thunder team, and I believe 7th in the CCIW for average points per game. So a very impressive player. We'll need a lot out of her tonight against this tough Carroll team. 20
points, 10 rebounds, a double-double performance. Last time against Carthage, there's a three-pointer that is buried right there by Brooke Foster. And an interesting strategy early on. Carroll is pressing early.
Yeah, that's one of the things Coach Madsen mentioned in the keys of the game. Carroll is just a very aggressive team defensively. He warned his team that they'll probably come out immediately and press because it's been working for them for the past 2 games. Again, as I said, they scored 30 points in their last game on turnovers, many of which came from their press.
Kate Christian almost got the steal but was out of bounds, so Wheaton will retain possession. 8:31 left to go. Here in this first quarter, Sickett again. Back-to-back field goals for Caroline. Sickett off to a hot start, partner.
Absolutely. And again, we'll need to keep her hot this whole game. Carroll's a very tough team, and both these teams are tied for second place. So as we've said, a very important game tonight.
Sickett shot 6 of 17 last time in the 55-49 win against Carthage. A game that saw minimal offense last time on Saturday. Here's Evans driving, kicks it back to the outside. 5 to shoot now for Rangel. Rangel puts it up, fouled on the way up. And it looks like she'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's something we'll be seeing from Carroll a lot in this game, is them driving, trying to draw the fouls quickly and early. We have Rangel on the line for 2.
Rangel, an 80% free throw shooter.
No surprise there then as she makes her first.
The 5'9" sophomore out of Franklin, Wisconsin. That one rolling in and out. And it'll be Wheaton ball.
Again, we see this press here from Carroll early on. Wheaton played a very intense game against Carthage the other day. A very fast game. So hopefully they're in pretty good shape for this full court defense by Carroll.
There's a pass inside, trying to get it up, but it's no good for the Thunder. Here comes the fast break by the Pioneers. A drive and a foul. That one will put Kate Christian to the free throw line now.
Looks like it was on Schwen, a block.
Apologies, it was not a foul. That one gets stolen. And a turnover for the Pioneers.
Looks like Wheaton's running a 5-out offense on Carroll. Again, Carroll has number 12, Allison Thompson, a 6'4" junior, so it's going to be hard to get anything going in the post for Wheaton against a player like that.
A pass to the inside, but it's taken away by Richardson. Here comes now Schwinn leading the fast break. Give it out to Hermanson on the wing. Really 4-4 ball game. That pass is tipped and stolen. It was Brooke Foster who got the steal. A three-pointer on the way. That one no good, though, for Katie Evans.
Just off the glass there by Evans. A good shot, though, as Carroll's been pretty good down at the three-point line in recent games.
Offensive foul going against Sickett as he traveled.
Looks like we have Oliver coming in for Fernandez. I might be a little biased, but Oliver, I love watching that girl play. Truly an excellent player and a game changer. So let's see if she can bring some energy here for Wheaton, as it's tied 4-4 in the first quarter with about 6 minutes left.
Also known as an offensive superstar and can get it done on defense for the Thunder. Pass lobbed inside and able to bang it home for the Carroll Pioneers. I believe it's Megan Matson who's just checked into the game. Here comes a fast break. Sickett passes it inside and a nice feed and finish to Annika Richardson.
Let's hope Wheaton can keep doing that, breaking down Carroll's press quickly, and maybe that'll make Carroll get out of it. And Wheaton can catch a little bit of breather on offense.
6-6 tie ball game under 6 minutes to play here in a critical CCIW matchup. It looks like an offensive foul and a turnover for the Pioneers.
Let's see his replay here. Looks like maybe she was blocking Kaylee Hermanson. I'm not entirely sure what that call was, but I'll take it.
Natalie Paulkill checks in for Kate Christian. Once again, showing that early press. Wheaton
Excellent.
able to overcome it. And here is Oliver, the freshman. Oliver, the drive. Oliver,
Here we
nice
go.
acceleration to the bucket for the finish.
That's why I love watching her play. She broke that press quickly, got way up the court, and got the ball right back and capitalized. Not much more you could ask for there.
Wheaton shooting 3 of 5 early on here in this first quarter. Carroll 2 of 4, so definitely not short of offense. Pass lobbed, out of bounds, and last touch by Megan Matson of Carroll.
Looks like we have Castle. I'm sorry, Castle checking in for Sickink.
.5:15 left to go. 8-6 lead for the hometown Wheaton Thunder.
Wheaton pretty easily breaking that press there. Maybe Carroll will think about switching it off.
Here's Richardson, the floater misses. Offensive rebound, but a foul. Go against Ellie Castle, who just checked in.
Looks to be over the back on Castle. That's always a hard play for a taller player.
Castle, 6'1", senior out of Cooperville, Pennsylvania. One of the bigs on this team. Here's Rangel, passes to the outside, and looks like a foul going against Wheaton.
Oh wow, good eyes there by the ref. Looks like Kaylee pushed number 24 on her back a little bit to get off her. Number 24 was posting up on Kaylee a little bit, so Kaylee was looking for some breathing room there.
Early timeout is taken on the floor with a Thunder leading 8-6 with 4:47 left to go here in this first quarter.
Yeah, I'm expecting a fast-paced game here. Carroll runs very fast-paced offense and defense as we've been seeing with their full-court press, but Wheaton's been handling it well. That was one of the things that Coach Madsen mentioned before the game, was that so long as Wheaton can handle this press and keep calm and keep the ball and skid up the court, we'll be good to go. It's just a matter of breaking Carroll's press down, getting the ball up the court, playing Wheaton's game, and capitalizing. And so far, so good. It's 8-6. We're winning. 4 minutes left. Coach Madsen should be pretty happy with this game so far.
And Wheaton did experience some of that press last time against Carthage, which constantly kept pressing against the Thunder to see if they would break. But so far, Wheaton looking really resilient early on in this first quarter.
Absolutely, yeah. And another player we'll want to keep an eye on is Olivia Rangel. She was actually the CCIW first-year Student Athlete of the Year last year as a freshman. And she's had a very standout season again as a sophomore, so we will keep an eye on her in this game especially.
She's also named to the first team all-conference as a freshman, so very impressive accolades for this young woman. Pascal has to get to the outside, 10 to shoot now for the Pioneers. A nice pass inside, they kick it out on the wing. Here comes a three-pointer, which is buried by Natalie Grises.
We'll be seeing that from Carroll a lot. They like to drive it in and then pop it out for a deeper shot. Driving and then having the defense crash and popping it out. Good strategy there.
Fernandez, a mid-range J out on the wing. That one is short, though, for Castle. Carroll coming off a 92-52 win against North Park. Shot 60% from the field. Here comes a mid-range jumper. That one missed, though. Fast break is led.
Yeah, Wheaton's bringing the ball up quickly here against a fast Carroll. Again, aggressive defense here by Carroll as they steal it.
Olivia Rangel with a nice steal against Kate Holler. Just swiped it away from her. Here's Olivia Rangel, as we talked about earlier, working against the freshman Oliver. 12 now on the shot clock. Pascal outside. It's Rangel, 6 to shoot now. 4 now on the shot clock. A mid-range jumper on the way, but that one rolls in and out. Thompson, but an offensive rebound gathered in, and the Pioneers will score.
Yeah, Carroll's running an interesting offense here. They're having multiple players post up at the same time on offense. I would have expected them to just have number 12, their 6'4" post person in there, but everyone's taking a turn in the post for Carroll right now.
Here's Hernandez missing. Offensive rebound, and it's Faberowski, one of the other freshmen on the floor, along with Kate Oliver, and Wheaton will get another possession.
Looks like Carroll's in an interesting 3-2 defense. You don't see that often in college sports, but here we are. The thing about 3-2 is it leaves those baseline jumpers open, but that has been an area where Wheaton's been struggling, so maybe Carroll knows that. They scouted well and knows that Wheaton's been struggling on their short jumpers recently, so they're going with a 3-2 defense, although right now it looks like a 2-3.
Sickink will check back into the game for Annika Richardson, with the Thunder trailing by 3. Here's Sickink, just checked in the game. Mid-range J on the way, rolls in and out though.
That was a great pass by Castle. They see Sickink right on the elbow there. Just couldn't make it.
Here's Christian trying to drive it all the way. What an impressive finish by Kate Christian.
Again, Kate Christian's one of the players we want to watch. She was named to CCIW Team of the Week earlier in January. Excellent player with assists too.
Leads the team in assists. Here's Faberowski firing, missing. Fight for the rebound. And it will stay with Carroll.
We have number 12, Allison Thompson, on the line, a junior.
6'4" out of Darlington, Wisconsin.
She's 63% from the free throw line. She makes her first.
And partner, I have not commentated many games, but I really have rarely seen players that tall at this level.
Yeah, it's definitely of note for sure. And I have a feeling we'll be seeing her in the paint a lot, and Carroll trying to get her the ball. She has a few inches on most of our players out there.
15-8 Carroll lead. Wheaton trying to generate some offense right now.
Good choice from our freshman. Oof.
Nice steal right there. And here's Christian. That one is blocked though. And a foul.
Yeah, you can tell Carroll on their press is trying to bait Wheaton to go to the corners for the trap. And then they're forcing them center again and jumping the ball. So excellent press there by Carroll so far.
And a nice block by Kate Oliver. Fernandez back out on the wing. Here comes the three-pointer on the way. Rings in and out. Fight for the rebound. Still loose. And they will say it was last touched by the Thunder.
Coach Madsen yelling some instructions to his team, looking a little frustrated right now about that play.
Pass it inside. A foul on the way up for Thompson. And it looks like she will go to the line.
Again, that's something we've been seeing all night from Carroll, them driving and popping it out. We have Thompson on the line again for 2.
Thompson scored 8 points, 4 of 5 from the field, as well as 7 rebounds. She leads the team in rebounds, also good enough to be 5th in the CCIW. And because of her 6'4" frame, she is number 1 in blocks per game within the CCIW.
She makes her second there. Looks like Carroll's still in their press, about a minute to go this first quarter.
Here is Sickink, a double team. Sickink trying to find somebody, and she finds Schwinn. A nice pass inside, and able to bang it home. There is Richardson.
That was excellent vision by Castle to see Richardson on that backdoor cut there and get us the easy layup.
Under a minute now to play. Pioneers lead it by 7. They pass it inside. 15 on the shot clock. They kick it now out. Here's Pascal, 10 to shoot now. Screen is set. Pascal finds a nice feed and able to bang it home is Natalie Gretus.
That was a great backdoor cut and great look there for the easy layup for Carroll as Wheaton brings the ball up. Excellent job breaking the press there. Let's see if we can get an easy layup from there's our #1 blocker right there.
Yeah, there is Allison Thompson getting a piece of it. Shot clock is turned off, so the Pioneers can hold for the last shot as they try to extend this first quarter lead. 9 to shoot for Pascal. They go back out to Gretus. 3 down on the clock, putting it up, missing. And that will end the first quarter, a 19-10 lead for the visiting Carroll Pioneers, looking for their 3rd straight win and their 6th conference win of the season.
Yeah, right now Carroll leads by 9 against Wheaton. Again, this is a very crucial game. Both of these teams are tied for 2nd in the CCIW. So far, I've been pleased with how Wheaton's been handling this press. You know, we've had a couple turnovers on it, but overall we've been pretty good about getting the ball into the center, turning and looking for those cutters on either side of the court. The key is we just can't let ourselves get trapped in the corner. And when we do pass, we need to make sure that Carroll is not right there, because Carroll's very good at anticipating the passes and getting in passing lanes and stealing the ball. Again, as I said, they scored 30 of their points in the last game off of turnovers. They just have a very aggressive defense. And that's one of the things that Coach Madsen said in his pregame talk is we have to be aware of Carroll's very aggressive defense and just take care of the ball here tonight.
Along with what you said, Carroll with the 3rd best scoring defense, only allowing 69.5 points per game. Or apologies, 55.1 points per game. They have the 3rd best scoring offense. They've held teams to about 36% from the field. And of course, they take the ball away a lot, leading the CCIW in steals per game at 12.38. Very dynamic defense.
Absolutely. We'll be seeing that all night from Carroll.
Coach Schultz in her 7th year has done an excellent job. There's a 3-pointer on the wing to get things going, but that one is missed. Evans with the rebound for the Pioneers. The drive, that one misses though. Sicken gets the board.
Wheaton's bringing the ball up quickly here. Sicken, ooh, nice vision there by Sicken to find Fernandez for a short jumper. She gets it again. Makes second one. Second chance points, you gotta love those. Shows hard work and grit. Excellent play there by Fernandez.
A 19-12 early lead for Carroll. There is Thompson. Back to Christian. Evans kicks it back on the wing. Here's a 3-pointer. That one rings in and out though for Rangel.
Quick offense here by Wheaton. Ooh, nearly turned over, but Fernandez was able to keep it.
A 3-pointer on the wing. That one is no good though for the Thunder. And Richardson. Drive down the baseline. And the post up, no good. That one almost hits us actually. Luckily it did not hit the monitor.
Again, that's number 23, Rangel, on that original drive. She's definitely the player to watch here for Carroll.
8:30 now left to go here in this first half. Sickett got a piece of it.
Good
Fight
D
for the
there.
ball.
Love that.
Still 9 to shoot. Carroll able to recover the drive inside by Foster is no good.
With Swen bring the ball quickly to Richardson for a short jumper.
Richardson though no good on that one.
Guys, been pretty back and forth here right now.
Wheaton still searching for their first field goal. They're 0 of 3. Carroll's only made 1 here in the second. They're 1 of 4. The pass inside. They now kick it out wide. Up on the wing is Katie Evans. Unable to take advantage of the shot. Schwinn, a nice pass, wide open, Sikic, no good.
Wheaton just can't seem to get into a groove here tonight. We start converting on some of these shots. We have Kate Oliver checking in for Anna Fernandez. Hopefully Kate can bring some energy into this second quarter for the Thunder.
And for both teams, they have had some really nice looks, and they have just not been able to cash it in. 7-point lead for Carroll. Looks like a mid-range J. That one is synced. Megan Matson.
Carroll loves to drive and just pop it out, as we've seen just right there. And wow, that was a bit of a collision there.
Brooke Foster and Natalie Pasco, looks like they almost ran into each other. Friendly fire on that play.
Carroll inbounding, and Ringdell bringing it up the court for us.
There's Pascal lobbing it. She was trying to find Matson, but it's a turnover.
That looked like a bit of a Hail Mary. I'm not sure what she was going for there. She's looking for number 24 in the post. Again, we have Carroll pressing, as they've been doing this whole game. Wheaton has been doing a very good job breaking it. So you see them get past the half-court line here.
Another nice pass. Here comes the mid-range J. That one, though, no good for Richardson. Offensive rebound, and here's Sikic. Schwinn down the baseline. That one got blocked. What a play once again by the Pioneers, and here they come.
Yeah, Wheaton's really struggling offensively. I feel like we've been stuck at 12 for the past 5 minutes, and here we are with Carroll getting another shot on the board. It's 24-12 with 6 minutes left in the second quarter here.
Thunder 0 of 6 from the field, so they have not scored any points so far. They're trying to break that ice cube. And they'll call a back court violation.
I don't know about that. That looked like it was tipped to me. Looks like Richardson was just collecting it, but I'm no ref.
Well, Coach Matson clearly not pleased with the call.
Carroll up by 12 here. So they run their offense. Very dynamic, getting people in the post.
Here's Rangel back down the wing, wide open is Foster. That one no good. Evans with the offensive rebound and another possession for Carroll. And an offensive foul goes against the Pioneers.
We have Oliver bringing up the court for Wheaton.
Here's Oliver on the drive. Oliver, no good. That one, the last touch by Oliver, and it will be Carroll ball.
I like that boldness there by Oliver to just drive it. She was open, and I think next time she'll make that. So no complaints there for me. Excellent drive there, just couldn't quite make it.
.15 on the shot clock.
Yeah, that's another thing we need to look out for from Carroll. They love to pick and roll, which is a very effective tactic, as they miss their layup there.
Here comes Oliver leading the fast break. A nice feed, a second, and she'll bang it home for Wheaton's second field goal of the second quarter.
Love that court vision from Oliver right there. That's just an experienced play there, yet she's a freshman. Crazy, very excited about her future there. Man, that was a great pass. Eyes in the back of her head there.
12 points in her last game. That one will stay.
Be a block by Schwinn. I don't think she gets very many of those, so that's cool to get that on the stats for her. See this timeout here. It's 14-24. Carroll leading here in King Arena Wednesday night. This is Wheaton's third of 5 home games. Their last 2 they've won. They played North Park last Wednesday, then Carthage this past Saturday. What's of note is that Carroll recently played North Park. I believe that actually that was their last game. Yeah, that was their last game. And Carroll beat North Park 92-52, while the spread between Wheaton and North Park was only 7. So Carroll's been pretty hot these last couple games. In the game before North Park, they played Elmhurst. Again, dropped another 90 points on Elmhurst. So Carroll's been hot these past couple games, but Wheaton's held them to 24 so far. So I would say pretty good. But again, we need to close this deficit here in these next couple minutes.
And going back to Carroll's win against North Park, they shot 60% from the field, made a season high 19 free throws, basically shot 82% from the charity stripe to go along with 22 assists. So a very much highly explosive offensive game for Carroll.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. To drop 90 points in the game is very respectable, especially against a team like North Park.
Carroll still with the ball. 8 to shoot. 5 on the shot clock. Here's Windsor. Back outside is Grias. Misses the three-pointer. And a shot clock violation.
Looks like the ball didn't quite hit the rim there to reset the shot clock as Wheaton gets the ball back here. Again, Carroll still in their press. That's one thing. Presses are exhausting, so let's see if Wheaton can keep some gas in the tank here.
Wide open feed and finish for Richardson. That has to be one of the disadvantages when you do run that press.
Exactly, and that's got to be very deflating for Carroll as they're running this press. Just get beat so easily like that.
And Wheaton will take all the open and free field goals they can.
Absolutely.
Being down now by 8. 10 on the shot clock. And another feed inside to Grias. That one is blocked.
Good D there by Richardson. Sickink brings the ball up quickly for us.
Here's Sickink spinning, no good though. Christians with the defensive rebound.
Carroll pushing the pace here. So they get settled into their offense.
Here's Emily Windsor, the freshman. Germantown, Wisconsin. That one off the hands of Richardson. It will stay with Carroll.
Again, with Carroll's offense, you'll notice how many pick and rolls that they run. They were just in a 5-out, and I saw about 3 picks, off-ball picks, which are excellent plays to get people open, cutting towards the basket.
There's a deep 3. Oh, it's buried. Wow, Brooke Foster. No fear from downtown. And here comes another steal. Nicely played by Carroll. The feed, the floater, that one misses.
Yeah, Wheaton's got to be careful about turnovers down here right by their basket. See if they can break this press. Oh.
And another turnover.
Christian picks it off to the center. Easy layup right there. Madsen calls a timeout. Wheaton coaches certainly not very happy about that course of plays right there. But let's hope we can sort it out here and get some strategy down to break this press more cleanly.
And how would you go about sort of breaking Carroll's press?
Yeah, the thing is that it's almost as if Carroll is baiting Wheaton to go towards the sideline, and either they're going to trap them there or force Wheaton to pass it centrally, which is what Wheaton wants to do. But Carroll's been very good about anticipating those passes, and as we just saw, Kate Christensen, number 10, picked off that central outlet right there. So we need to get the ball into the center to avoid the traps, but it needs to be a well-timed, hard pass and a hard cut to get the pass in order for it to not be picked off right there. Because that's exactly what Carroll wants. Either they want the trap on the sideline or to pick it off in the center right there, which is exactly what we saw them just do. So let's hope we can get things straightened out here. 3 minutes left, 29-16, Carroll leading. Let's see what Wheaton comes out with here.
As we said before, Carthage pressed Wheaton in their loss against Saturday. The Thunder were able to overcome that press. Now this one a little bit of a struggle. That one almost turned over and a reach-in foul.
Yeah, you could see Carroll was kind of anticipating that pass right there. Nearly got it, but we lucked out with them fouling us. But we got to be careful with passes like that in the center. It's like a weird tension because we want to get the ball to the center, but it needs to be a very precise pass. So we'll see how Wheaton handles this the rest of the game.
Under 3 minutes to play. Carroll leading it by 13. Sickink. The pass inside, no good for Schwinn.
Carroll pushes the pace here, gets the ball up the court.
Here's Katie Evans. The team to shoot. Rangel, shake and bake. Rangel spinning. Rangel lost it. Got it back. Rangel tries it again. Mid-range J is sunk.
As we said, she's a player to watch tonight. Very dynamic player.
31-16, largest lead yet. A jump ball as Wheaton loses possession of that.
Yeah, that's the thing with the press. Like, when teams are pressing you, they can just get in your head and make you panic. And I think that's what Wheaton's doing right now, unfortunately. We just need to calm down, break the press a few times, get into rhythm, and just start our offense.
Carroll's been a very aggressive on defense, and so far it has paid off. That three-pointer by Evans is no good. Fight for the rebound. It'll be Thunder ball.
What I appreciate about Carroll, but it must be frustrating to play against, is how aggressive they are for every single loose ball. It's, again, as we said, a very aggressive defense.
A double team on Sicking, trying to find somebody. Sicking. Once again, another double team and an offensive foul. So Carroll doing a nice job forcing some turnovers.
Again, what I'm most worried about is just the mentality of Wheaton College right now. They're looking a little flustered with this press. We just need to calm down, get the ball up the court, run our offense. Oof.
A nice feed and finish.
That was an excellent cut there by Rangel on the back door to get that wide open layup.
Thunder with 6 turnovers here in the second quarter. They give up the three-pointer. Here's Sickink. Swinging it back. Fernandez 10 to shoot now for the Thunder. Let's try to generate some offense. A three-pointer on the way for Fernandez. Rings in and out though. Thunder 3 of 14 here in the second quarter. Offensively has not been there. Carroll 5 of 18. But an aggressive defense has led the way.
Absolutely. Yeah, Carroll has the advantage. They're running a 3-2 defense, which usually leaves the middle a little bit open.
And an offensive foul against, I believe, Kate Christian.
It's like a little bit of a elbow there from Christian. See if Carroll stays in their press. Looks like they will. I would. It's been working. Wheaton broke it last time, so we'll see if we can keep that up.
17-point lead.
Good. Good. Quick ball movement there by Thunder to break that press.
Mid-range J on the way for Hermanson on a foul.
Hermanson to shoot 2 for Wheaton.
Hermanson, 88% free throw shooter. She does not go to the line that often. This is her 10th attempt of the season. And it rings in and out, so Wheaton coming up empty. About a 4-second differential between shot clock and game clock. 33-16 dominant first half performance for Carroll. Here's Pascal, another screen set by Evans. 8 on the shot clock. Pascal gives it up to Thompson. Thompson takes the mid-range J. That one's no good. 5 now to shoot. Wheaton with one last opportunity to put up one more shot. That one at the buzzer almost makes it. Robinson had an opportunity.
Yeah, this is going to be an important halftime talk for Coach Madsen. Most importantly, I mean, we just need some energy out here for Wheaton. It's just the mentality looks a little down, a little dejected. It's 33-16. Coach Madsen just needs to hype up his team. They can beat Carroll. It's just we got to stay calm with Carroll's press, bring the ball up the court, run our offense, make our short jumpers, and this game is ours. But we'll be back here in about 15 minutes for the second half of this very important CCIW game. Again, these two teams are tied for second, so we'll see you in 15 minutes.
I think one of the fun things about deciding where to go to college is that all of your peers are in kind of the same place. Remember, other people have done this, other people have gone before me and will come after me and are going through it with me now. It's not as isolating as it may feel. I didn't really know what I was looking for at first. It started with me just scrolling through website after website of colleges. I knew I wanted something that was medium-sized. I knew that I wanted a strong natural sciences department. I knew that I wanted to be challenged academically inside the classroom, but I also didn't want life to stop in the classroom. I'm grateful that I was able to visit as many schools as I did. A large part of my decision to attend Wheaton was influenced by my campus visit. What instantly stood out to me was that everyone on campus was smiling. I felt welcomed, I felt appreciated, seen, and wanted. And so the application process itself was really joy-filled. The decision process was quite a different story. I got the decisions and acceptances and rejections back, and rejections stung. I became very stressed. I started to question, do I want to keep going to school? Do I want to go far? Do I want to come closer to home? And that's where I really started to ask, okay, what are the options remaining before me? And Wheaton was again at the top. I started to work with Ellen, my admissions counselor. I just worked with her really closely and had several hour-long phone calls, just talking through what does a Wheaton education look like, what is the value of a Wheaton education, and got to have personal conversations and interactions. So even during a time that was really stressful, I felt valued and seen as a whole person rather than just a GPA and test scores.
Neuroscience is the study of probably the most unique organ on the planet, the human brain. What does it mean to be a human person? And then what does it mean to live the good life as a result of understanding that? Where a vast majority of the work is right now is helping cure neurodegenerative disease. Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, and our National Institute of Health has been pouring money into trying to understand these diseases. There is a lot of hope for discovery that can really impact somebody's life. It's very easy for an undergraduate student to get involved in research. One of my more recent grads is working with one of the top spinal surgeons in the country, and because of his experience doing research here, he was able to just work his way right into that lab. A majority of my students go on to med school, but I had a physics student who is working for Tesla. We've had philosophy students, and we've had folks from the Bible and theology department come in and really press us hard to be precise about how we're talking about what it means to be a human person. A student in our conservatory here took one of my classes and did a project on the neuroscience of music therapy, and this whole world was opened up. She had a passion for both music and science, and she was able to combine them in a way that she just hadn't seen possible before being here. Any student that is just curious about themselves and the way that they work is going to be really well positioned to study the brain. Faith and science can coexist really well. The unique thing about coming to Wheaton to study neuroscience is the integrative nature of it. You are going to learn about how your brain works and how the cells work and how the neural circuits work, but we won't stop there. We will also teach you about your spirit and your soul and how that might interact with your brain to make you who you are. And so I hope that we're putting students out into the world that can answer the big neuroscientific questions, but then can also challenge their colleagues and their audiences to think deeper and to think more carefully about what it means to be a human person.
When you're looking at colleges, you may look at the sticker price and say to yourself, I'm not applying to that school because I can't afford it. And I would caution you to not close any doors because there is this price tag that is just out of reach. Cost is an important factor, but there's so many other factors to consider. At Wheaton College, we offer academic scholarships as well as Wheaton Grant, which is need-based aid from the college. So a student may receive scholarships in the range of $10,000 to full tuition. They may also receive significant Wheaton Grant based on need, and we determine that, like most institutions do, based on the information that is found on the free application for federal student aid. Colleges aren't commodities. They're not all the same. And there'll be value questions that you have to ask along the way. There's value in knowing that Wheaton alumni have done very well across the board. That we have students from 50 states and over 160-year history. There's value in that. But I also think there's value in the fact that you will be with a group of peers who are excellent in their academic endeavors, but also who love Jesus Christ. You are not just a student who is performing well in the classroom, but that you are a person that has great potential to serve God's kingdom. You're going to be challenged to grow in your faith because you want to be tested and you want to understand what your theological non-negotiables are. So think about the community you're going to be a part of and how they're going to engage you. We want to challenge you to think about why you believe what you believe by people who will encourage you and motivate you. This is an investment that has strong return, not just for you in terms of career, but for you as a follower of Jesus Christ who will be called to great things. Let us work closely with your family. Let us find out more. We work with great expectation and with hope. We do not want to give up on your calling to be at Wheaton College.
Wheaton College Summer Institute is basically this 2-week event in which students from all over the world can participate. It does a very good job of integrating education, social life, and spiritual life into a very safe environment.
There's so many course offerings, from Shakespeare to music to visual arts to theology.
Each student picks a class and they really hone in on a specific subject.
And we're kind of getting like a foretaste of the college experience.
So we're sleeping in the dorms and we eat in saga. It's the full experience, but only for a 2-week period.
And they give college credit. Like, when looking at whether or not to do this, I was like, there's no downside.
You know, the schedule is incredible.
I've spent a lot of time in class, probably about 4 hours a day, but also a lot of time hanging out.
Then we're going for ice cream and we're going into Wheaton.
You enjoy it, you have fun, you get to meet new people.
And what I like about it a lot is that the people are so accepting. The people that will just take you as you are and won't criticize you or judge you.
And the relationships I've built with people here have been really valuable.
Here, I'm always with someone, I'm always talking, I'm always having a great time, I'm always learning.
And at the same time, building that community with these people who are so different, with people from Colombia and Mexico and Texas and North Carolina, but we can all, find that kind of center of what we all believe and build relationships from that.
Wheaton College Summer Institute is a place where you will grow in your faith, meet very extraordinary people, and learn something you're passionate about.
it has the potential to be so formative that there's no way you shouldn't do it.
Someone who is insatiably curious will thrive in a Christian liberal arts environment. Being a Christian liberal arts student causes you to expect to encounter God and expect to encounter dialogue with other disciplines. I think it creates a posture of wonder, and that's just a great thing for every aspect of life. I was in Calc 1, and my professor was having us read through Romans 12 in Calc 1. And it really invited me to see God at work and to prepare my heart, even in those first few minutes of class, to recognize and say, God is here, and do I have eyes to see him? And do I have eyes to see the way that he's at work? They don't say that any discipline is off limits from God, or that God is off limits from any discipline. Wheaton really does prime you to be a very well-rounded student that's able to think about questions from many different angles, and not just provide a cookie-cutter answer, but really engage with content in a deep and meaningful and intentional way. I got one-on-one time with professors, and they not only cared about my studies, but they also cared about my spiritual well-being and about how I was doing personally. The opportunity to have professors that are spiritual mentors and have PhDs in Old Testament or quantum mechanics or poverty and international relations is amazing. And you get the opportunity to interact with so many other students of different disciplines that all love Jesus and want to love and worship him in what they do. And that's amazing too. And I love Wheaton. Wheaton invited me to dig deep into both the scientific learning I was doing and dig deep into my faith. I have grown in my ability to offer all of myself to the practice that I'm doing as an act of worship. That's what the Christian liberal arts can help form in you, is to do everything to the glory of God.
Welcome back to the start of the second half between the Wheaton Thunder and the Carroll Pioneers, and partner with the Thunder down 17. What adjustments do they have to make here in the second half?
Well, the first thing that I would note, which might be very annoying to say, is that we just need to convert. Our short jumpers, we just have to capitalize on those. And then specifically with breaking the press, we just need more movement in breaking the press. I feel like our press break so far has just been very predictable, as we've seen Carroll jump us multiple times. So we just need to have more movement here on this press break, keep the ball, get our offense going, make our short jumpers, and this is a whole new game.
Carroll forced 7 steals in the first half, along with 10 turnovers. Thunder trying to make a comeback. Not the best offensive output.
(33-16) here, with Carroll leading our third quarter here of this key CCIW game. Both Carroll and Wheaton are tied for second in the CCIW, so this game is highly important. So we'll see what Wheaton brings here in this second half.
Stretch out on the wing. Here's a three-pointer on the way. That one's short, though, for Richardson. And here comes Rangel on the offensive side for the Pioneers. Turns around, shot, counted and one. Olivia Rangel hits the deck hard and a chance at a three-point play.
Yeah, as we've said this whole game, Rangel is a player to watch. She was named the first team newcomer of the year last year in the CCIW, and she's been a very dynamic player in her sophomore year as well.
She's coming off a season high in points with a 25 shot, 9 of 11 from the field, and averages nearly 13 points a game. Wheaton trying to beat the press, and a foul that will go up against Rangel.
Looks like she might have gone and bumped and blocked a little bit there. Not quite sure if I saw that foul, but I'll take it nonetheless, as Rangel is the best player on Carroll's squad.
Nice passing and a wide open three for Fernandez. It's missed. Offensive rebound gathered in by the Thunder. That one almost taken away. Here's Schwinn, finds Sickink, drives, misses though.
Yeah, it's shots like those that we have to capitalize on, those jumpers or layups right in the paint there. Obviously there's a foul here for Carroll. Looks like they might be shooting two here. Oh no.
No inbound with Kate Christian.
We have Oliver checking in for Schwinn. Wheaton's running a man-to-man defense right now, as they have been this whole game and this whole season, actually. I don't think I've ever seen them in any other defense.
A foul that goes against Wheaton and partner. Is it easy to run man-to-man defense than, I guess, a zone?
It's, in some ways, yes. In other ways, no. It is very exhausting, especially against a very dynamic team like Carroll. But Carroll has been sharp shooting recently, especially in these last couple games, so man-to-man defense seems to be the best way to go. Keep a tight mark on these players and not let them get easy jumpers, but they just got one right there, so we'll see how this works.
The courtesy of Allison Thompson. Here comes Hermanson. There's a Kate Oliver who's just checked into the game, finds her lane, and Kate Oliver splashes the mid-range jumper.
There's an excellent little jumper there at the elbow for Oliver. Would exploit Carroll's 3-2 defense right there.
Thunder with still a lot of work to do, down by 20. Here's now Brooke Foster. And trying to fit it inside, but it's stolen, and here comes Sickink.
Sickink really pushing the pace here. Oh, she was swiped by Rangel from the back. Rangel brings it quickly up here. Misses her layup, though.
Fernandez comes up with the rebound. Sickink again, mid-range J, misses.
Again, those are the jumpers that Coach Madsen was talking about that Wheaton has to convert right on the elbow.
Sickink only with 6 points in this game. That one is just stolen right off the bat by Hermanson.
We anticipate that pass there by Hermanson. Get a steal for Wheaton. Just 38-18. 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Very low score game for Wheaton. And considering what Carroll's dropped in the past 2 games, both games getting into the 90s, this is a very low scoring game for them as well.
Both defenses are really good in the CCIW. Now under 7 minutes to play. Rangel back out to Christian. A wide open three for Brooke Foster. That one is no good though.
We have Oliver bringing up the ball for Wheaton. So he's going to drive here. Pops it out to Hermanson.
Sickink decides to drive it inside. Gets the double team. Fouled.
Looks like she'll be shooting 2 for us. I thought that might be on the floor. So Sickink shooting 2 for Wheaton. She is 65% from the line on the season. We had Castle check in for Hermanson just a moment ago.
And for Sickink, the best offensive player for the Thunder, leading the team in points per game as well as field goal percentage. Right now, a very quiet 6 points for her. You can see a little bit of the frustration in her.
Yeah, this is an abnormal game for Sikink, as she's actually 6th in the CCIW for average points per game at 13.1. She has a few more baskets to score to get up to that level right now. Let's hope she can do that in the next few minutes here as Wheaton's down 38-18.
Here's Oliver to inbound, goes back to Sinking, redeems herself, counted and one. A chance at a three-point play for Caroline Sikink.
That was just a complete oversight there on Carroll's defense as Sikink was able to slide in there and get the and one. Crucial play there for Wheaton. See if Sikink can make this a three-point play.
And Sinking missing her last 3 free throws, very rare misses for a player of her caliber.
Again, you'll notice with Carroll's offense how many off-ball screens that they set to get their players open. That's why they've had so many open cutters towards the basket. That's great coaching right there. As off-ball screens really just get players open, running towards the basket, and in many instances that has led to Carroll getting some open either short jumpers or even layups against Wheaton here.
And if you are the Wheaton defense, how do you react to the Carroll screens?
A large part of that is just communication. Oftentimes that will just involve switching with the person who's being screened and switching who you're guarding. Yeah, I would just say communication mostly. And also it's just like you have to anticipate that. Carroll has literally been doing these off-ball screens the whole game, so you just have to, it can get pretty textbook and repetitive, so you just have to anticipate that, get around it, and stay in your player. But if you can't, communicate and switch who you're guarding here.
And partner, is it easier if you're in a zone defense to, I guess, react to some of the picks than it is in a man-to-man defense?
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's very hard to set off-ball screens in a zone defense, but Wheaton hasn't been, at least in my opinion, I don't think they should do a zone against Carroll quite yet, because Carroll's been pretty hot from the court, just making these jumpers here. So it's better to play man-to-man, because that involves tighter defense, easier to get a hand in their face, whereas zone is more, you know, you're about 2 feet away from them often, so there's just more space for them to get an easier shot off.
And Carroll to start this third quarter shooting 2 of 4, 50% from the field. 9 on the shot clock for Christian. Here's now Windsor, just puts up the shot, comes up short, Sinking gets the rebound, and now trying to push the pace, turning defense into offense. Oliver, mid-range jumper, misses, fight for the rebound, goes out of bounds, and Wheaton will have another chance to score.
Again, with Carroll running this 3-2 defense, there is space for these short jumpers, and Oliver seems to be finding it right there on the elbow. We seem to keep doing that and making these shots.
Richardson trying to pass it to the outside. Question was it tipped or not? And I think it was not. It's a turnover.
Yeah, looks like it's Carroll ball here.
The 6'4" Allison Thompson will check out. And in comes Megan Matson. So another pretty tall player, 5'9". Nice feed and finish. It's Natalie Pascal.
That was a great pass there for that layup, threading the needle. So Wheaton breaks the press here, finds Richardson below. Easy little layup there. That's what Wheaton needs to keep doing that, and that's just a confidence builder right there. Breaking a press, getting the quick basket. That's exactly what Wheaton needs right now, especially as it's 40-22 in this third quarter with 5 minutes left.
Momentum can be very dangerous when you have it.
Exactly, yeah, and let's say Carroll definitely had the momentum ending the first half, as Wheaton just looked very dejected. Looks like a 3-second violation here. Wheaton ball.
A timeout taken on the floor. Carroll still leading it by 18 with 4:57 left to go in the third.
Yeah, what's notable here, I'm looking at the stats, is bench points. Carroll's bench has 13 to Wheaton's 4, and that's something that Wheaton has been and will struggle with this whole season. Is Wheaton just doesn't have that large of a bench. We've been plagued with injuries this year. Again, we've had an ACL tear in the past couple weeks in practice, and we already had a small squad to begin with. We have an ankle injury. We have multiple injuries that have just dwindled down our numbers. So in thinking about practices too, it's just hard to run full, robust practices with only, 9 players out there. So, and Carroll seems to have a full, healthy squad there, and we're seeing that in these stats with Carroll's bench having 13 points to Wheaton's 4. So we'll see how that plays out the rest of the game, especially as the players who are playing for Wheaton get more and more tired. So curious to see how that plays out in these next few minutes here.
And despite Wheaton mainly playing against teams with definitely larger rosters, they have been resilient. They've won 10 games, still have a shot at the CCIW tournament and making the postseason.
Absolutely, Wheaton's a very impressive team, and they're starting 5 very solid players.
That pass overthrown. Almost once again coming into our vicinity.
That's what Carroll wants to see, is an easy turnover there. Carroll ball, see if they can convert here on this possession.
Here's Windsor firing. That one rolls in and out. Offensive rebound gathered in. Here's Christians. Another wide open 3. Kate Christians, that one also no good.
Second collects the rebound for Wheaton here and pushing the pace.
Oliver passes it inside. It's Castle missing. Great defense there by Grius.
Yes, good call. I was gonna say, it's a bit of a carry there. I was hoping the refs would notice that. Excellent call.
Results in Carroll's 4th turnover of the 3rd quarter.
Faborowski, another freshman, checking in for freshman Kate Oliver. Freshman for freshman right there. So Wheaton tries to break this press. Let's see if they can get out of this situation. Ooh.
So he can get to the double team. Now triple.
There we go.
Finds Castle, swings it out on the wing. Here's Favorowski, as you said, just checked in. Passes back outside. Castle, mid-range J, no good though. And a foul. There's Favorowski out of all the players who got the board.
It was a great pass there by Faborowski, and then a way to get in there for the rebound and drawing that foul. Wheaton ball down here on the baseline.
5'4" freshman out of Lone Tree, Colorado. The shortest player on the court right now. A mid-ranger by Castle, and she buries it.
That's what we just see here for Wheaton. The rest of this game here is making those jumpers. Hopefully closing this deficit as they're down 40-24 here in the 3rd quarter in King Arena.
16-point game. Between 2 teams are 5-2 in conference play. 8 to shoot. Here's Rangel against Faborowski. Rangel muscles her way and bangs it home.
Yeah, it's one thing to watch with Rangel. She loves the Euro step that just enables her to get around that defender for an open layup. Excellent play there.
Looks like the Thunder, they turn it over.
Again, Carroll's press has been very effective this whole game, and it seems like, at least to me, especially in this 3rd quarter, but maybe I'm noticing it more as the stakes are higher with each turnover. It seems like it hurts a little bit more, especially as the clock is winding down here in the 3rd quarter and Wheaton down by so much.
Thunder have turned it over 14 times. Carroll has turned it over 13 times.
Relatively even then between these 2 teams.
Yeah, it feels like it's been more as Allison Thompson bangs it home. A huge height mismatch compared to most of the players that the Thunder have.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen her utilized more in the center with that height differential, as Carroll steals the ball here, and easy little layup there by Rangel off the steal from their press, which has been extremely effective. And again, as I mentioned earlier in the first half, the press really just wears you down physically as well as mentally, and that's just really draining for Wheaton. As Castle seems to get in the rhythm here. It's another little baseline shot right there.
Castle now with 4 points in this game.
If we can get her into rhythm here, that'd be good news for Wheaton.
Here's Foster. 10 to shoot. Rangel once again. It's been the center of attention. Screen is set. 5 to shoot. Mid-range J on the way. That one's no good though. Wheaton trying to push the pace. Here is Sinkic. Sinkic, nice feed. And unable to finish those. Hermanson had a clean look, but it would not go in. A three-pointer wide open. That one's no good. Ball is still loose. Fight for the rebound. It's going to come down to the possession arrow.
Good effort there from both teams fighting for that ball. Something I'm sure both coaches love to see, players getting on the floor. Tussle plays like that can make the difference in games, so love to see that.
Okay, Christian to inbound for the Pioneers. Rangel once again. They go back to Evans. Trying to drive it past Sicking, and she bangs it home.
Yeah, Carroll really cleared out the center there to open up lanes for that drive.
The graduate senior making the play. Under a minute now left to go. That one, ball's loose. Almost taken away.
Excellent effort there by Carroll to pick off that pass and draw the foul at the same time. So we have Mooney checking in for Fabrowski, junior for a freshman.
She's not played since Milliken last week.
Gosh, I'm watching Castle in there, really going head-to-head with Thompson, 6'4" Carroll player. It's a total battle in there. Excellent. As Thompson gets called for a 3-second violation. She's getting a little too comfortable in that paint. Good eyes there by the ref.
Literally a 0.4 difference between shot clock and game clock, a game that's been dominated by Carroll as they lead it by 18. They try to pass it inside to Castle, but it's stolen. As Carroll will slow down, hold for the final shot. Back outside, Rangel for 3, sinks the triple. And that will do it for the ascend of the third quarter, 51-26.
Yeah, that's exactly what you don't want at the end of a quarter. That just boosts Carroll's mentality right there and kind of deflates Wheaton a lot. And yeah, that's why I was worried about most going into this second half is at the close of the second quarter, I just didn't love how Wheaton was carrying themselves. They just looked a little dejected, whereas Carroll was just pumped up, hype, and again, a basket at the end of the quarter like that definitely doesn't help anything for Wheaton. It's 51-26, pretty big deficit here for Wheaton. My hope isn't lost. I'm a believer here. I'm a believer, but we really need to turn around and again start converting on these easy jumpers.
Olivia Rangel with a team high 13 points, shooting 5 of 11 from field, 1 of 2 from downtown. In her last game against North Park led all scores with 25 points. In fact, that was a season high for her, and she has basically continued that streak here against Wheaton.
Yeah, what's also of note is on-court points, which are those points that aren't in the paint. Carroll's leading Wheaton 36-14. So Carroll, again, they're staying consistent with how they've played in the last couple games, just being extremely sharp shooters outside of the paint, and we've seen that here in this game as well. But points in the paint, Wheaton and Carroll are relatively even. It's 24-20 with Carroll in the lead there. But yeah, on-court points, Carroll's just blowing out Wheaton 36-14. So Wheaton really needs to close down on these jumpers from Carroll. And then on the other side of the court, we need to make our own jumpers. So let's see what Wheaton has here in this fourth quarter with 10 minutes to go.
And another turnover for the Thunder. And here comes Carroll on the drive, a foul on the way up.
Again, what I really appreciate about Carroll is just how aggressive their defense is. It's really something, especially so close to the court. It's really remarkable, but obviously not great for us.
Katie Evans headed to the line. She's 71% from the field as she attempts her 8th and 9th free throws of the season.
So we have Martin checking in for Mooney for Wheaton College. Carroll still in their press, not taking the gas off the pedal here.
Another turnover and another foul. And I'll put Brooke Foster on the line.
Foster's an impressive 91% from the line, so I'm expecting good things from her here. Maybe I can jinx her, though, by saying that.
20 of 22 this season.
Ooh, okay.
Looks like you have magic.
Now you jinxed me, Xavier.
Able to get her second.
Looks like Carroll is dropping out of the press here. Maybe they're just resting on their laurels, perhaps.
A 28-point lead for Carroll. Here is Kate Oliver from downtown, and she sinks the triple.
Let's go. That's what we need from her, especially with 54 to 29. Just need some more plays like that from Kate Oliver, our freshman out of Virginia.
7 points for her in this game. That's her third made field goal. There's a foul inside.
So that might have been a reach or over the back on Castle. Oh. Never seen a ref call face, but whatever that means.
Kate Christian to inbound for the Pioneers. Here's Evans on the top of the key. Looks like a turnover going against the Pioneers.
Yeah, an offensive foul there, Wheaton ball. Again, Carroll has dropped out of their press here. Taking a little bit of a breather with their large lead. See if we can get settled in here as we turn it over. And Rangel, some nice handles there.
Here's Brooke Foster able to get it back. Tries to pass it outside. Here's a three-pointer on the way. That is buried. Megan Matson from downtown.
Yeah, Carroll's bench looking pretty excited about that.
And a backcourt violation for the Thunder and Kaylee Hermanson.
Wheaton just looks flustered. We seem to get into our rhythm here. I understand. I mean, we are down by a lot, so it would be hard to not be flustered, but certainly doesn't help anything, especially with just a dumb play like that, where it's an easy thing to fix. Just be aware of here.
That's now 22 turnovers for Wheaton. Carroll with 15. Looks like a foul, I believe, and another turnover for Carroll.
So that was a moving screen there on number 5. Again, that's like a thing that Carroll offense runs a lot, is those pick and rolls. Right there, she's moving.
They kick it out. It's Alexis Martin, who just checked in. She buries the triple.
Her first points off the bench for Wheaton.
And her third made three-pointer of the season.
Yeah, we'll watch Castle and Thompson fight it out in there.
A nice pass and nice feed, and once again, Allison Thompson using her frame and banging it home.
Yeah, it's hard to stop something like that. She closed out Castle well there. Able to lob the pass to her and get her that easy layup. Surprised they haven't been doing that more in this game.
Here's Castle muscling her way forward to bang that one in.
Castle answers Thompson right there. You can see them go head-to-head here a couple times.
58-34 lead for Carroll. That pass deflected, able to get it back.
Looks like that might have been on the arm there against Wheaton. Castle. Baseline inbound for Carroll. We have Richardson checking in for Schwen.
And assuming Carroll wins this game, they'll have sole possession of second place in the CCIW. They'll be 2 games back of the Milliken Big Blue. For the Thunder, they'll drop to 5-3, be tied for 3rd place with Augustana. There's an offensive foul. But the Pioneers can't afford being a little bit reckless given their massive lead.
Yeah, that's another moving screen there on Carroll. And of all fouls, I'm just not a huge fan of moving screens because those can be very dangerous. Back in the day when I played, I had many bruises and injuries from moving picks from the other teams. So definitely a good thing that the refs are keeping an eye out for those.
Public shoot. Here is Castle. And she's able to bang that one home. And assuming that the Thunder don't win this game, how important is that they can take some sort of momentum going into their next game against Illinois Wesleyan?
I mean, yeah, from here on out, pretty much every single conference game is important, especially because there seems to be so many of the teams have pretty much the same exact record, so literally every game counts. So yeah, Wheaton's really going to need to regroup after this, get things in order, and get a few more wins here to finish out their home stint, and then as they go on the road for the next few games.
Allie Greasis was the one who drew the foul, and she will go to the line.
Looks like we had Castle just foul out, which is unfortunate. She was getting pretty hot here, making the last few baskets, and a good contender against Thompson. 6'4" Carroll player. Castle is our next tallest player.
Castle finishes the game with 8 points, shooting 4 of 8 from the field.
Gracious makes her second there, with Oliver bringing the ball up the court for Wheaton here.
So the foul.
So it was on the arm there. Carroll, yeah, she stuck her arm in there. So Wheaton ball.
Lee Richardson to inbound. Here is Kate Oliver. Sickink is in the game, but tracks the double team. Sickink back outside, a wide open 3. Richardson able to bury it from downtown.
Richardson is actually 8th in the CCIW for average points per game at 12.4.
Also 8th in field goal percentage. Coming into this game having shot 40% from the field. 7 on the shot clock. That one is rattled in. Brooke Foster from downtown.
63-39 here in the 4th quarter. About 5 minutes left. Wheaton really needs to turn it on here.
A wide open 3. That one, though, rolls in and out for Hermanton. And going back to Brooke Foster now, she has 16 points in this game. Mid-range J, that one no good. Sickink comes away with the rebound.
Wheaton's pushing the pace here as Richardson brings the ball up, finds Sickink in the center.
Sickink spinning, probing, that one no good. The big Allison Thompson, who leads her team in rebounds, able to grab the board. Also gives her 9 in this game. They set a screen, they look back inside, and fighting and getting fouled is Natalie Greasis.
2 shots here, Gracious. If I were Carroll, especially with Castle having fouled out and mostly short players on the court right now for Wheaton, I would just have Thompson just post up in there and just lob the ball in and just let her have her field day here. Yeah, Jim's feeling a little quiet right now in King Arena right now. I don't think fans are feeling too hopeful right now as Wheaton's down. It's 63-39. Carroll leading and certainly having the momentum here right now. What do you think Coach Madsen is telling his team right now with 4 minutes and 50 seconds left? What adjustments do you think he'll make?
Well, I think ultimately you want to carry some momentum going into Illinois Wesleyan. You don't want to continue being on this low streak of not being able to make our shots. You just want to take something positive going into that next game.
Absolutely. Yeah, and as we said, the conference really is. There's this huge pack in the middle with multiple teams having very similar records. So Wheaton takes on Illinois Wesleyan next game, and Illinois Wesleyan's currently 4-4 in conference play. So that will also be an important game for Wheaton.
For Carroll, they'll go against Carthage. They'll play next Wednesday, so they'll have some time to rest. After a well-deserved win, and what has honestly been a great string of games for the Pioneers. You talked about back-to-back 90-point outputs, and then coming into King Arena and making a statement.
Yes, very impressive. And I wonder if that week rest will help them or maybe get them out of their rhythm. So maybe that'll be a good thing for Carthage with Carroll playing them in a week.
That was Annika Richardson on that last bucket. Rangel with 4:10 left to go in this ball game. Pass it inside, and that one's no good. Ball still loose. Sicking picks it up. And here comes Wheaton. Under 4 minutes now left to go. Avarowski back outside. It is Martin on the corner. Sickink drives. Sickink mid-range J coming up short though is Caroline Sickink.
Carroll running a slower offense here right now.
Continuing to set some screens. Another nice pass and muscling way forward is Natalie Grises once again.
Excellent play there by Grises to get in the paint there and capitalize for Carroll. 67-41, 3 minutes left in this fourth quarter.
Carroll is shooting 24-51 from the field. There's a three-pointer. That one rings in and out. Wheaton is now 19 of 52.
That was an excellent effort there by Martin to save the ball for Wheaton. Let's actually hit it off the face of a Carroll player, but all's fair in basketball. So excellent play there by Martin to keep the ball for Wheaton.
Pioneers emptying out the bench. Anna Nelson checking into the game. As well as Jess Prater making her 8th appearance.
Looks like most of Carroll's starters have checked off. We have Rangel sitting on the bench, taking a well-deserved rest, probably for the next week at least until they play Carthage. Excellent game for her here tonight, as she has been very impressive the last several games for Carroll.
Rangel 13 points, 5 of 11, shooting 45%. Also getting it done on the defensive end with 4 steals.
Sickink misses her second shot there as Carroll collects the rebound.
Sickink with only 1 free throw made. Looks like a foul going against the Thunder. They'll send Natalie Pascal to the line.
Yeah, it looks like Faborowski was kind of checking number 22 there while she was going through the paint. Faborowski, a freshman, a very physical player, which we love to see. Just didn't work out in this situation.
Sophomore able to knock down her second free throw.
Carroll picking up high on Faborowski for defense.
Faborowski drives, counted, and one. 5'4" freshman with all that contact, still able to get the N1.
Nice little Euro step to get around her first defender there, and then was able to draw the foul on the second. See if she can make this a 3-point play for Wheaton.
Anna Mooney checks in for Annika Richardson. And the Pioneers able to click that rebound. Ryan Wentz making her 12th appearance. Wobbling upstairs, and a foul is intended for Lauren Sowe.
So that was on Martin, number 23 for Wheaton. Looked like she grabbed the jersey a little bit there.
Lauren Sowe going to make her 5th and 6th attempts of the season. 5'10" junior out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Second one is no good.
24-point deficit here for Wheaton College. 68-44, 2 minutes left in this fourth quarter.
Arowski, it's back to Hermanson.
All of Carroll starters are off the court right now.
Sinking, one of the starters for the Thunder, is still in the game. 3 to shoot. Oh, a nice fake, just having to put up the shot. Almost went in. Sikkink with the offensive rebound. Sikkink attracts the triple team, but still bangs it home.
Excellent effort there by Sikkink to get that second chance point there for Wheaton, trying to eat away at this deficit right now.
Again, Wheaton will be going against Illinois Wesleyan at home here on Saturday. Carroll will have Carthage next Wednesday. Crucial CCIW matchups as it goes down the wire.
I'm not sure what that foul was on Martin. Looked like she was just trying to cleanly get around that screen there, but again, I'm no ref. But I like her aggressiveness in trying to get around that screen. Guess it was just a little much for the ref there.
Lauren Soke back to the line. About under 90 seconds to go. It's like a foul. And that puts Sikkink to the line.
We just got a little bit of Sikkink's arm there. Sikkink shooting 2 here for Wheaton.
Typically a 65% free throw shooter. She's only shooting 1 of 5 from the field. Sorry, from the free throw line.
The ball bounced off her toe. Sikkink misses her first.
Now Sikkink 1 of 7 from the line. That one off the hands.
Carroll's trying to push the pace here. Let's see if Wheaton can run a play here. Again, very tight defense by Carroll that we've been seeing all game. It's not just the starters that do that. Clearly the reserves also keep the defense very tight.
Sikkink trying to put up a shot, misses. As for Carroll, they'll go to 11-6 on the season, 6-2 in CCIW play, only down 2 games to Milliken. Have sole possession of second place. A shot and a foul. Ryan Wentz, a chance at a 3-point play for her.
It's like a block there on Fabrowski. Her feet were not firmly planted there.
Assuming
3-point play there for Carroll.
Assuming none of the teams in the CCIW are able to catch Milliken, it's still important to be able to beat the second best team in the conference. as that would earn you a first-round bye in the CCIW playoffs compared to being the number 3 seed where you would be forced to play a game.
Yes, and especially for Wheaton with their lower numbers, that would be a very crucial position to be in, just keep legs rested for the brutal schedule of the CCIW tournament. And again, congrats to Milliken. They've just been sitting pretty up at the number 1 spot all season, and well-deserved, as I've watched a couple of their games, and very, very clean team right there.
Carroll let the clock run out. A 71-49 dominant win as the Pioneers come into King Arena and keep their winning streak alive. It is now at 3. They'll improve to 11-6 on the year, 6-2 in league play. Meanwhile, for the Thunder, they'll drop to 10-7 and 5-3. Well, from all of us on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network, I'm Aiden Kong.
I'm Rebecca Max.
And we'll see you next time on Saturday against Illinois Wesleyan.